It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Poppels Bryggeri and it's a bottle of their DIPA, Double India Pale Ale, coming in at 8% ABV. 330 little French style lager bottle. I love that. I think it's absolutely fantastic. 80 IBUs on this baby. There's the bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I've tried their Imperial Russian Stout, sent by the great Johan. This was kindly sent to me by Martin, who I've been talking to recently on Facebook. He loves his beer. We chat beer. He's got kids the same as me, so you know, we've had a little chat about kids and wives driving us up the wall and the kids driving us up the wall, and we kind of ended that conversation with what would we do without beer. So yeah, thank you Martin for sending me this beer. I absolutely loved the Imperial Russian Stout from Poppels. It was a great beer. Once this came on Friday, I thought to myself, wow, I've got to get this reviewed very, very quickly, because the Imperial Russian Stout was so good. This beer then has got a slight haze to it. It's a deep amber golden coloured ale. It's got a one finger white head with, if I turn the glass, a nice bit of carbonation there rising nicely through that big thick looking beer. Look at that. Let's get the aroma then on the double IPA from Poppels. And absolutely stone the crows. You can always tell a great beer, a great IPA or a great double IPA, if it smells like fruit punch, or if it smells like a tropical fruit drink. Sometimes I find they go a little bit too far and you can get a slight kind of rubber burning tyre aroma where it's just a little bit too hopped up. But there's none of that in this beer. This is full on amazing tropical fruit aromas. I have to dive into this beer. It smells staggering. Cheers. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Stone the crows. This has woken me up. That has really, really kind of lifted my senses. I just feel myself. I had a little bit of a lull. Do you know when you have these lulls, these kind of mid-afternoon, early evening lulls where you're kind of, ooh, you're a little bit tired? This has just lifted my spirit off the floor. I don't want to talk about the obvious regarding this beer first, the amazing hop profile. I'll get to that in a moment. Where I want to start with this beer is the mouthfeel. It's just lovely and wrapping. It wraps around your palate. And then in doing so, as it wraps around the palate, the carbonation just kind of lifts and smacks and punches through, and then it really, it's like an explosion of flavour. Then you initially get just a small kind of, pardon me, sweet, malty, and again bready, sweet taste, biscuity taste, like a sweet oatmeal digestive biscuit almost. That is literally a split second. And then it moves over to the obvious, what this beer has been produced for, made for, designed for. And there, that whack of American hops, that explosion of American hops, grapefruit, mango, apricot, them lovely pale stone fruits. Oh, it's like you've got a grapefruit. We've all done this, haven't we? We've cut a grapefruit in half, put a little bit of sugar on the grapefruit, and then just bitten into it. That is the experience I'm getting with this beer. It's sweet first, and then it's a massive onrush of citrus bitterness. An absolute staggering beer. Look at it. Well, yeah. For me, Sweden and beer is so exciting. It's so exciting what's going on in terms of Swedish craft beer. It's staggering. That whole government thing I was talking about a month ago, where they had problems with Systembolaget, the place where they sell their beer. It's law that they sell it through a government chain of shops. That's kind of passed a little bit now. I think they've seen sense, and now they're selling more of the beer around the country as they were before. And it would have been such a great shame if beer like this was nipped in the bud, if you like. Because of course, if you're watching from Sweden, the beers are going out to an international audience. The UK, there's people watching in America, and I'm pretty sure by now that the whole world of craft beer enthusiasts know that there's a thriving, fantastic craft beer scene with new breweries opening all the time in Sweden. I just can't talk any more in terms of raving about this beer to you. I simply do not have the words in my vocabulary to tell you just how good this beer is. You've just got to, hopefully you get to try it. If you don't, then try and assess the beer from what I have here. An 8% double IPA that looks like this, and the way I've described it, it's a phenomenal beer. A phenomenal beer. Rating then for Poppels double IPA. It's just really, really, really staggeringly good. Sweden's hit a certain level in terms of quality. It's like a bar. It's like the pole vaulters who run and they jump and they compete with each other. They've set the bar. For me, Sweden have set the bar in terms of craft beer. I have not had a bad craft beer from Sweden in all the years, it's years now, all the years that I've been drinking it. In terms of the world, of course, the Americans will be getting over that bar, the Brits would, the Swedish would, and I'm sure there's breweries and countries all over the world that will get over that bar. But it's that level of quality that the world now is set for craft beer, and everybody's following suit, everybody's getting involved. Poland, France, Belgium, Germany, even, well, I watched a video on YouTube the other week regarding craft beer in Germany is really kicking off now. And it's a great thing. It's a great worldwide thing that is going on at the moment. I'm banging on a little bit too much. I was going to give you a rating. I will now. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, a 10 out of 10 beer. It's a 10 out of 10 beer from Real Ale Craft Beer. Thank you to Martin for sending me the beer. Thank you very much. That has made my kind of day, because I wouldn't have been able to try this beer without it being sent to me, because I can't get it in the UK. So I really appreciate that. 10 out of 10. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.